Guys, I am super excited about today, so excited. I really hope that you are too about this video. This is something a lot different to what I normally do, but it's definitely in the realms of thought-provoking. A few of you might be familiar with the term sensory deprivation tank. Watch the hit series Stranger Things. L or 11 uses these float tanks, sensory deprivation tanks, to visit the upside down. The journeys that you go on, the places that you see, the hallucinations that take place in these chambers can sometimes be psychedelic and life-changing. So I'm hoping to have some of these experiences and just feel completely blown away by the whole experience. I'm hoping that this will allow me to answer a lot of questions about the way my mind works. For anybody that doesn't know what a sensory deprivation tank is, or a float tank, I'm just going to give you the quick rundown. Basically, it's a small pod, or a chamber, or a tank, whatever you want to call it, and inside it's filled with 10 inches of water. The water has roughly about 900 pounds of Epsom salt, which allows the body to flow freely. The Epsom salt water inside these chambers is at the exact temperature of human skin. So after an hour and 20 minutes of being in pitch black darkness, floating in water that's the same temperature as your skin, you lose all senses of having a body at all. Stay tuned guys, this is going to be absolutely amazing, and hopefully I'm like Elle when I get out from Stranger Things and I can break people's arms with my mind. I'm just kidding, stay tuned. Looks like we've finally arrived. This is Redmayne Lodge, where I'll be experimenting with the sensory deprivation tank. So I'm in this room now guys. The guy at the reception, really nice guy, just quickly showed me how to use the tank, which is this thing behind me. There's over half a ton, 700 pounds worth in cash of Epsom salt, so it's actually more buoyant than the Dead Sea. I've got to take a shower before and after, which is in this little shower cubicle. The door has got a nice little lock on, so this room is completely private to me. These lights in this room are censored, so as soon as the lid closes, once I'm inside, these lights will stay on for 10 minutes, then the room will go completely dark. I will be doing this completely naked, but for the purpose of these shots that I'm about to getting in, getting out, I'm going to wear my shorts, obviously. Now that I'm all showered, it's time to get lost. Wow. Wow. I can't really be bothered to talk. I'm gonna probably do a recap once I've had a shower and I'm back in the car. Wow. I've kind of come back down again now, and after the shower and getting out of that room, it is a bit hot once you climb out and you've been in the shower for a bit. I know 100% that I need to do it again. I almost got somewhere. Where that somewhere was, what I was experiencing, I'm not fully sure, but at one point, so let me go to the beginning. When you first climb in, everything's a bit new to you, everything's a bit strange, and you're really conscious about everything, whether it be a drip, whether it be the temperature, the air temperature, how thick the air is, the sound of your breathing, how fast you're breathing. And that's like the first 10-15 minutes of being in there. Then the light goes out and you become familiar with all the little details. and eventually one by one they start disappearing because you familiarise yourself. I'd say 15, 20, 30 minutes into it, I got to a stage where I felt like I was drifting off. I felt like I was falling asleep. And I just went with it. I completely just let go and thought, if I fall asleep, I fall asleep. I had this weird, this really bizarre experience where I didn't know if my eyes were open or closed. It sounds mental, I know. Because I saw speckles of red, green and yellow and all these different amazing colours flashing in front of my eyes. And the guy said, when the session's over, the light inside will start flashing. So I assumed that my session was over and I opened my eyes, which is weird because I didn't know whether they were already open or not. And the light inside the room hadn't come on, and the flashing light inside the tank hadn't started flashing. So this must have been something that I was experiencing while in the tank. Looking back at me lying here with my mind completely empty, I'm asking myself, what have I learned from this experience? I learned that true healing is understanding that you was never sick in the first place. I've learned that my biggest problem is self-acceptance. Acceptance of who I am, my strengths, my weaknesses, my appearance, my personality, even my thoughts and beliefs. Everything that I ever judged myself about or beat myself up over was revealed inside this tank. And for some people, that's a lonely and very scary place to be. Completely alone with your mind, with no outside distractions by other people, technology, or even your own body. Just completely alone. In this tank you can't run away. You can't distract yourself with a random status or a thought-provoking tweet. You have no option but just to lay there and face your consciousness head on. The beautiful thing for me was that once I surrendered to my thoughts and completely allowed myself just to let go, I realised that I am an amazing person. I'm not this bad person that my thoughts would trick me into believing. And for the first time, I understood that my thoughts are not me. I am not my thoughts. While in this tank, I had this overwhelming feeling of appreciation. Appreciation for my children, my friends and family, my youth and my health. I realised that I don't tell these people enough how much they really mean to me. I'm not saying that I've left this tank feeling like I'm a new person or that I'm completely fixed. All I'm saying is that I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the insight and the opportunity that became visible once every other sense in my body became invisible. In a strange roundabout way, it's kind of ironic how completely being alone had forced me to see how surrounded I actually was by people who actually mean the world to me.
You're up in the sky, I'll carry you home, home to the mountaineers, and soon